How's it going, everybody? Everyone's doing good? That's really embarrassing. Come on. Everyone doing good? This is the first talk. So I know, yes, there we go. I like that guy. So they tell you when you're speaking to focus on like the few people that are super interested. So you and me, the entire talk, we're just going to be in sync there. Little insulted that Eric decided that his big, exciting talk was Ryan Dice, and I'm speaking right before Ryan. So I'm super excited to hear Ryan as well. Hopefully Eric was excited to hear me speak as well. So today, this looked really good, right? That is not my slides, by the way. My slides look a lot better down here. I'm super excited to talk to you about my triple threat retargeting strategy. This is the strategy that has helped us stay ahead of the competition, stay ahead of all the changes Facebook has. And before I get into it, though, before I get into post-purchase retargeting or abandoned cart retargeting, how we increase conversion rates, AOV, lifetime value, show you why you should care, right? I know there's some rock stars here. I'm relatively new to speaking. I've been behind-the-scenes person for quite some time, building brands for other people. Last year, I kind of started to get on the stage, speaking. Wasn't as comfortable with it at first. I'm much more comfortable behind my monitors with my dogs. But I've done some really exciting stuff in the last few years. I've run Facebook ads for some really big companies, 3M, Sam's Club, run Facebook ads for a lot of amazing influencers and entrepreneurs, Kevin Harrington, Pat Flynn, some amazing, amazing people who have made my job as a marketer really, really easy. We've earned 2 Ducomma Cup awards in the last year, one for our Trump coin funnel, where we sold dollar Trump coins for $29.99, sold about $5 million of those in 4 months. That was a lot of fun. And then we also earned our second one for our Facebook ad course in the last year. And I get to speak at a lot of amazing events, just like this one. And for me, that's the most rewarding part of it. Getting to do things, getting to run traffic, getting to test, experiment, scale, learn, and then share it with amazing marketers like everybody in this room. So as everybody knows, Facebook is changing, right? And let's be under the rock, you know, Facebook, it seems like Mark Zuckerberg has kind of got it out for us, right? He's like, what can I do to make your job a lot harder? Well, I can make it harder to retarget by giving more privacy tools. Then you have companies like Apple releasing new tools for Safari to block pixel tracking and cookie tracking. So it's getting really, really difficult, really, really hard to advertise, at least for people that don't understand what we're going to talk about today. Because the reality, guys, is that ad costs are like gravity, right? Ad costs are the gravity of the marketing world. So gravity, you know, I could hold this over my head, and I can resist gravity. I don't know how long I can hold this. It could be a few hours, it could be a day. When I was younger, I probably could hold it much longer. But at the end of the day, eventually my arm's going to give out. This is going to fall to the floor. I can't reverse gravity. Ad costs are the same way. As you scale, as you spend more, as the platform gets more and more mature and there's more demand, costs go up, right? There's only so much inventory on Facebook, on any platform. And the more demand, the less supply, costs go up. So we got to stop fighting it. We got to stop fighting the front end and focusing on things that we can control. And what we can control are things like conversion optimization, average order value increases, lifetime value increases. Those are the areas that we can control as marketers, and the areas that can have big, big results for the same amount of time. Instead of cutting our CPA by 2%, 5%, we can double our lifetime value. That changes the game. That gives us the ability to outspend our competition. So before we get to that, though, we need to understand that 98% of visitors don't buy. So for every 100 people you send to your site, 98 are looking, this is interesting, I'm out of here. But we're still doing this. How many of you guys are still doing this? Where you're taking cold traffic, you're putting up a bunch of ads, sending to a landing page, sending to a Shopify page, and then sitting there at night when you load all the ad sets and praying that when I wake up in the morning and refresh my ad account, that there's at least one winner in there. Because I used to do that. I used to put up a bunch of ads. I tested so many audiences. And I'd wake up in the morning, refresh, and be like, please let there be at least one winner, right? I need to make some money. That's not a strategy. That's not a blueprint. We can't duplicate that. We can't replicate that. We can't scale that. The customer acquisition process, the traffic generation process is an investment. The post-purchase retargeting, what happens after that initial customer is acquired, is where we get the big payoff. That's where we make the real money. But we need to do the cold traffic, right? So let's go through cold traffic real quick and then get to the exciting post-purchase stuff where we make a lot of money. Because at the end of the day, it's called a funnel because we put a lot of people in at the top and it narrows down to really, really profitable customers. But we don't get those big wins. We don't get those 20x return campaigns if we don't have traffic, right? Everybody wants those, but they don't want to invest in traffic. They don't want to maybe lose money acquiring those traffic, acquiring those visitors. So with cold traffic, we need to do two things. We need to educate, and we need to entertain. If you do just one of these things, nobody's going to pay attention to you, right? If all you do is educate and say, hey guys, today I have 5 tips that you can implement today to increase the lifetime value of your customers, like, that's pretty boring. If I'm targeted, if it's a really, really good audience, if I've been pre-framed, maybe that'll work. But Facebook, you're seeing hundreds and thousands of posts every day. You're competing with dog videos, cat videos. You're competing with every cute animal and baby and BuzzFeed story and what did Trump do today and what did he do yesterday. That's what you're competing with, right? So you need to be able to entertain a little bit. But you can't just do 100% entertainment, because if all you just entertain, you're not going to get a customer, right? You're going to get people like, hey, this is pretty funny, this is fun, and they're engaging with you for the wrong reason, right? So you need to blend the two. You need to entertain and you need to educate at the same time. And these are the 5 things that I want you to accomplish with cold traffic, right? So the cold traffic campaigns, you need to establish authority, right? Nobody's going to buy from you if they don't think you're the expert, if they don't think your product's the best, the market leader, if you have a unique selling proposition that gives you an advantage. You need to develop trust, a relationship. People buy from people they like, from people they know, from people they trust. That's why word-of-mouth marketing is so powerful. Word-of-mouth marketing is the most effective form of marketing in the world since day one till the future. Like AR, VR, some crazy futuristic tech, word-of-mouth will still beat any of that, right? You telling your friend, hey, I just got this product, it's amazing, it's always going to do better than that company saying, hey, buy our product, it's amazing. So you need to develop trust, build a relationship by giving, providing value, fostering that relationship, not just going in right for the sale. You need to start building an audience, start gathering data, start learning about this audience, start learning about these prospects, and most importantly, you need to set up your sale-based campaigns. So this is like an alley-oop, right? An alley-oop, everyone likes the person that dunks. Jordan, Bryant, LeBron James, they get all the highlights on ESPN, right? But they don't get that if somebody doesn't toss up the perfect ball, right? So the cold traffic, what we're doing here is the alley to the oop, right? So here's an example. We run all the traffic for Pat Flynn, amazing guy if you guys don't follow him, one of the best affiliate marketers I know in the world. And so when we run ads to cold traffic, we're focused on something like this. We're building credibility. We're saying, hey, I have 42 million people download my podcast. I've been doing this for 8 years. Who wouldn't want to learn from somebody that's gotten 42 million downloads of his podcast? And I'm going to give you my top secrets, my cheat sheet for free. There's no ask, no want, don't give me money. I want to give, give, give. So he's building a relationship. He's demonstrating authority. He's a credible source. And he's getting so much value, right? So we're learning about this audience. We're learning, okay, who are these people? Who's downloading the cheat sheet? Who's watching the video? What type of demographics are they? Are they engaging on mobile, desktop, audience network, Instagram? Where are they? So we're learning a lot. Now, what I'm going to talk about today and spend the rest of the talk on are those bottom 3 areas. Product page, cart page, and then purchase, thank you, follow-up. Don't worry, we're going to go into each one of these, so it'll be a little bigger. You guys can see all the little details. But before I do that, how many of you guys just send emails to your customers? Like, that's all you do, is you just send emails to them. You don't really do anything else. And you kind of hope that they're going to open the email and see it. That's all you do. And nobody emails their customers. This is supposed to be like a back and forth, right? Get some hands raised. This is the first talk of the day. I got one guy here, emails his customers. Thank you so much. 2 people. That's great. I imagine the rest of you probably email your customers, or you're doing, a pretty bad job. So what's important is understand that there are people that are going to open emails, and there are a lot of people that aren't going to open emails. There are people that are going to be on Facebook, and there are people that aren't going to be on Facebook every day. So you need to have omnipresence. You need to be active and engaged across multiple channels. And the messaging needs to be consistent. So we always combine what we're doing on email, Messenger, other channels with our Facebook advertising. So this is a drip workflow. We use drip for all our email marketing. You can do this in Infusionsoft, any really big email marketing platform. And we know where you're at in our email sequence by creating custom audiences. So you see up there, there's these little blue boxes that say, add subscriber to a Facebook custom audience. So I know, hey, if you just dropped out of this sequence and you're about to enter this sequence where we're promoting our course, I'm going to start retargeting that custom audience with ads about my course, testimonials. So you're seeing me everywhere. You're getting emails about the course. You're getting all kinds of value bombs. Then you're opening Facebook and Instagram and Audience Network, and you're seeing the same messaging. It's consistent across the board. We're ensuring that we're hitting as many people as possible in our ecosystem. So let's start with view content retargeting. This is kind of the top of the funnel focus for retargeting. This is where somebody has viewed a key page on your website. So we're not talking about all website visitors, people that just visited your homepage and bounced. We're talking people that visited your product page, people that read a key blog post, people that visited a case study page. Something that's a little more intent-based, right? Because there's so much low-quality traffic hitting homepages, you don't really want to waste your time there, especially as you start to scale up. So our goal here is really to continue to build that trust, that credibility, further deliver the value proposition, and also make sure they're aware of the value to price ratio, that the value they're getting is 10 times more than the price they're paying. And we do this through three types of ads. And these are all examples, right? There's sometimes we might add a few more ads, sometimes we might change these up, but for the sake of this audience, there's 3 really good ads to start with. So the first is a reminder. Here's 5 reasons our product is great. We're going to really reaffirm the key value points of our product. We're going to tell you why you need this product. Then we're going to let our customers do the work for us. So we use customer carousel testimonial ads. That's my single favorite ad. If you guys only leave here with one thing for me, it's to start running customer testimonial ads. I'm going to show you examples on the next slide. And the final thing is awards and press. Because a customer talking about your product is very different than CNET talking about your product, than Business Insider talking about your product, than an authority in the industry, right? Totally different perspective. One is talking from the average Joe, the buyer perspective. One is, hey, I'm an expert in this field, and I'm talking about this product as an expert from the value of this product. How good is this product from a technical perspective? So here's 2 examples of our testimonial carousel ads we run. And the biggest thing, the biggest mistake I see people make is they run testimonial ads, and they treat every testimonial the same, meaning that you'll go through and you'll see the same type of person. It's 5 30-year-old men basically saying, hey, product X is great, you should go buy it. That's okay, it has some value, but the goal here is to have a shotgun approach. I want to overcome as many objections as possible for as many people as possible. And so what I do is each one of these carousel items is unique. I use different types of people. So the one on the right there, the first one's Kevin Harrington. That's a celebrity testimonial, right? That's a noticeable public figure. He's talking about a relationship together. That's great, that might help some people. But then I want to also have another testimonial from a buddy of mine, Josh Felber. He's a client we actually run traffic from. So if somebody has a question about our course, it's like, hey, this sounds interesting, but a lot of courses are taught by gurus who just consume, and teach. I want to learn from a doer. Well, here's a client of mine. We actually run traffic for him. And then we have Mark Barnes, who's a student who was just getting started. So we had some people say, well, this is great, this course, but is it okay for beginners? Well, here's a beginner talking about the results he got. Then we have Jeremy Haynes, who's managing $100,000 a month in Facebook ads. So if we have the advanced guys saying, hey, this looks interesting, but is it too beginner for me? Here's an advanced buyer. So we're overcoming as many objections as possible with a single ad, the shotgun approach there. And it is so powerful. Instead of just trying to guess and get one testimonial and hope that it relates to every single prospect who didn't buy from you. So now the abandoned cart retargeting. And this is something that's I'm very, very passionate about. It kind of upsets me a lot because so many people in this room work your ass off to create high-quality products, high-quality offers. And when somebody doesn't buy, the first thing that happens is 20% off discount. As if the only way to get somebody to buy your product, if they've only seen it twice, is to drop the price. And that's crazy, right? Like, we want to push the value of a product. You need to believe in your product. You need to believe in your service, and that it's worth what you're charging. So going right for the discount, you lose out on so much profitable revenue. It's insane. So we always start with a simple reminder, because the reality is that your customer is a person. They're a human being who has a life, which means that they might be shopping on your store, and maybe they got to go pick the kids up from soccer practice. Maybe they have a meeting to go to. Maybe they have a dinner date. Maybe there's 100 other reasons why they didn't buy. And guess what? One of those might have been price. The other 99 could have been the other reasons. And so going right for the discount, everyone's going to take that. So the 99 people that would have paid full price that simply just forgot because they were going about their lives, they're going to take that discount, and you're going to lose out on much more profitable revenue. You're going to take a really big hit to your margin. So we start with a simple reminder ad, right? That's the first ad you see from us when you abandon a cart. Hey, Max here from Startup Drugs. I noticed you left something in your cart. We saved it for you. Don't worry. It's in your cart, sitting nice and safe. Come back today and grab it. Simple reminder. They come back, they pay full price. And if they don't, now we can move on to other tricks. But the next trick isn't going to be a discount yet either. I'd rather everyone in this room stack the value, meaning I would rather every one of you add a $5 product, a freebie, on top of it to make the offer more valuable than to take a discount and lower the price. It does the same thing psychologically for your customer. They want to feel like they're getting a deal. So whether there's a discount or you're adding to the offer, either way they feel like they're getting a great deal. And again, you're training the buyer not to look for discounts, because that is the worst thing you can do. I'm going to skip 2 slides real quick because let me go to this real quick. You do not want those people on the left, your left, my right. The Black Friday shopper, the people that are leaving their family on Thanksgiving to go stand in front of a line for 6 hours so they can get a free waffle line with their purchase. That's not the customer that you want in your ecosystem, because they have zero loyalty. You're going to pay a lot of money to acquire them, and guess what? Next time there's a sale from a competitor, they're going to go to a competitor. There's no loyalty. They didn't buy your product because they love your product. They bought it because it was a heck of a deal because you got a waffle iron or whatever the deal is. You want the black card shopper. You want the person at Saks that's there because they want to buy the product from Saks. They get the value, the status, the prestige, and they're willing to pay a premium for that. They're buying it because of the brand. Those are the people that come back time and time and time again. The final ad for product catalog sales for retargeting is your dynamic product ads. So this is by far one of the most powerful ads that you can run. It is dynamic, which means that it saves me a lot of time. The ad you see behind me is actually an ad I set up 2 years ago. So I built it for a buddy 2 years ago, and in 2 years, it hasn't been touched. And it's spent $100,000, and it's brought in about like $410,000 on autopilot. And the beauty of it is that every image you see there is personalized. So if I go to primallifeorganics.com and I look at 3 different products, add them to my cart, and don't buy them, I'm going to see an ad personalized to me. The more personalized that ad is, the more likely I am to buy. At the end of the day, the personalization is huge. The dynamic aspect of it's huge. It saves me a lot of time, and it makes me more money, which is a win-win in our world. Last thing, if you do discount, make sure you remove those buyers from your custom audiences. So when you're creating buyer custom audiences for either lookalike audiences or retargeting, get rid of those customers. They're going to dilute your audiences. They're going to dilute your lookalike because Facebook's going to look at all those people. They're going to look at the people that were deal seekers, just like they look at the people that spent a lot of money, and you're going to have a low quality audience. So make sure you do remove them if you are doing any type of discounting. Before we get to the post-purchase, you also need to analyze your data. You need to analyze your customers. You need to understand where your buyer's coming from. What platforms are they using? Are they using Android, iPhone, iPad? Are they coming on Instagram, mobile newsfeed, desktop newsfeed, audience network? Whatever it might be, you need to learn about them so you can improve your cold traffic campaigns, improve the profitability there, and get higher and higher quality customers into your ecosystem. Lastly, before the post-purchase retargeting, this is an ad that I started doing. I just like experimenting and trying new things, even if it's a way to lose money, just because I like to learn and try. So I said, what if I asked all the people that didn't buy my course, after they thought of my retargeting window, so like 45 days out, why they didn't buy? So I ran this ad to them, and I ran a little video. I said, hey, this is embarrassing. If you're seeing this ad, it means that I screwed up. It means I did a crappy job selling. I obviously didn't hit on the value for you. I didn't overcome the right objection. I failed as a marketer. But I would love for you to tell me where I messed up. What's amazing about this ad is how many people voiced their criticism, if you will, that said, hey, I would have bought, but you didn't do this. I would have bought, but you didn't explain this feature enough. I would have bought, but you didn't have this group element in there. So now what I can do, I can use this data, I can go back, and I can plug all of those holes in my funnel, in my email marketing, in my Facebook ads, to ensure the next person that's like that individual that comes through, I don't lose them. A great story about that, so Cole Hatter, brilliant marketer, runs a Thrive Mastermind in the United States. He speaks on stage pretty much every weekend. He's done like 3,000 hours on stage selling $50,000 real estate packages over a long weekend. And he realized at the end of that event, he kept getting the same objection. He would go and say, hey, you ready to buy? Yeah, I'm ready to buy, but I need to ask my wife. I need to ask my husband. And he's like, well, I'm getting that time and time again. Here's an idea. He said, next time, bring your wife, bring your husband on me, have a little vacation, come out here. And what happened, he took away that objection. His sales went through the roof because he knew that was his biggest objection. He found a really creative way to block that objection, and his sales skyrocketed, right? So you need to be able to do that with your marketing. You need to know where the holes are, where the objections are, so you can objection block. Everybody in this room should be able to count on their hands how many objections they have, the top 10 objections, and you should be able to block all 10 of them. That's an activity that I usually do. All right, so now we're talking about how do we really make profits. And for us, our secret weapon, our X factor for our marketing has been post-purchase retargeting. Because nobody's focused here. Everyone, when I say this to them, is like, why would you spend money showing an ad to somebody you already acquired? And my response is, well, why wouldn't you? It's 5 times easier to sell an existing customer than it is to acquire one. You do all this work. You spend all this money testing, to get that person to take their wallet out, take their credit card out, and buy your product. And as soon as they do that, you're just like, okay, we'll send you a few emails, and hopefully you buy from us. The reality is, open rates on emails are continuing to decrease. If you're lucky, you'll get 30 to 40% to open on a buyer list. That means you have 3,000 or 1,000 customers, you send them an email, you're lucky if 200 to 400 of them actually see the offer. With Facebook, I can control my delivery. I can ensure that my new offer, my message, gets in front of as close to 100% of my customers as possible. And I worked hard to get those customers. I want them to get all my messages. So here's a typical post-purchase retargeting sequence, a 3-part sequence that we run. This can change if you have a lot of customers. You might modify this for your repeat customers, but for today, we'll just stick to first-time buyers. So we have 3 goals with post-purchase retargeting. Not all the goals are to make money, right? At least direct response money. The first is to build brand loyalty, to build goodwill. We're not Coke, we're not Apple. We don't have a huge brand. People are like, I'm gonna stand in line for a week to give you $1,000. We don't have that yet. We need to develop that. So we run ads like our thank you video ad. I'll show you an example of it in a second. Then we're continuing to increase the profits per customer. We're cross-selling, we're upselling, we're moving them up the value ladder, right? And these sales are much more profitable. Lastly, we're soliciting UGC. We're getting photos, we're getting videos, we're getting testimonials, we're getting assets that make our front-end campaigns much more successful. Everything's connected in what we do here. Here's a few examples of ads that you guys can start running today. This is an ad. Every single person in this room, no excuse not to be running this ad. I started running this ad about 2.5 years ago as a pattern interrupt. I was like, everybody's trying to sell on Facebook. I'm going to do a thank you video, not asking for anything. So I shot a quick 30-second video. Hey guys, Max Finn here, founder of Startup Drugs. Wanted to personally thank you for investing in me, buying one of our shirts. It means so much to me. If there's anything that I can do to make your experience better, let me know, and I'll personally do it. What's amazing about this ad, it had no call to action, no link. It wasn't a website conversion ad. It was just a video view ad, and it had a 11x return on ad spend. And again, this is a small number, right? Like, this is 2.5 years ago, not big money. But what's important about this is that wasn't the goal. The goal was to build brand loyalty and goodwill. This was just icing. The fact that people went back to the site organically or shared it and their friends went to the site and Googled it to go buy another product from us. Customer appreciation ads, right? I know we talked about not doing discounting. That's for new customers. Once they're in your ecosystem, if they've come in because of the value, now you can reward them. Now you can give them perks because they're a VIP. Make them feel valued. Make them feel important. Give them free products. Give them access to experiences. Give them special discounts, special rewards. Make them feel like you actually care about them and aren't just moving on to the next customer. Cross-selling. So somebody comes to your store, like Startup Drugs, one of our t-shirt stores, They buy a t-shirt, I'm gonna cross-sell them a hoodie. Hey, I know you loved our t-shirts. It's winter right now. You know, it would go great with your hustle tee, a hustle hoodie, right? You look at what things get purchased together. The cool thing about cross-selling ads, they're dynamic. So it knows, you can tell Facebook, hey, people that buy from this product set, I want you to advertise this product set to them. Value ladder ascension. This is really important to move customers up to higher priced products, higher profit products. So we did this with our Unicorn IQ training business. We had all of our individual course buyers. We did a big offer where we bundled everything together, pre-sold all of our future courses for a much higher price, ran a special Easter ad. We got the team in Easter Bunny unicorn suits out there, like a themed video, and it absolutely killed it. I think we did about 30 grand on about $500 in spend to our existing customers, and we got them further into our ecosystem. Last one, affiliate monetization ad. So I know a lot of people, when I bring this up, they're like, well, Max, this is great, but I don't have any other products. I'm a single product company. That's okay. There are plenty of other products out there that you can advertise. We're at a massive affiliate conference, right? There are lots and lots of products and offers that want you to promote it. You can find ones that are relevant to your offer, and you could advertise those to your customers in a value way. Like, you're giving value. This isn't me selling. This is me telling people that bought my course, hey, one of the best things I do to build engagement is run contests. And I use this incredible platform called Viper to run my contests. By the way, go check it out. And I can track that with offline event sets. It's kind of like a ninja strategy. So if you create an offline event set, you probably see this in your Facebook ads all the time, you can upload CSV data. So every week I can download my ClickFunnels signups. And I can import that into this event set, and it'll attribute those signups back to individual ads. So I have the ability now to track at a very, very detailed level how effective my ads are driving affiliate revenue. Even if you're not a super affiliate and don't have your own thank you page that you can pixel. So this is something to definitely experiment. I don't have a lot of time to talk about it. Feel free to meet me after, and I can explain the strategy in more detail. Ask me a question on the app as well, because that's super, super powerful. And then soliciting UGC. So we want to get customers to share photos, share videos, share testimonials, share reviews, things that are going to make that front-end customer acquisition process more effective, more profitable, more scalable. So we're going to run ads asking for that, gamifying it, saying, hey, we're running a contest this month. The customer that sends us the best video testimonial is going to get free products for a year, whatever it might be. We're going to really gamify it, have fun, get a lot of assets in the meantime. After that, we want to start analyzing this data, right? So we've got all these customers, but they're not all created equally. Not every customer is equal. The reality is that there are certain customers that are more valuable than other customers. That's just the fact, right? There are buyers and there are customers. So first-time buyers aren't as valuable to me as people that have bought twice, people that have spent over $100. So I want to segment out these different audiences into different buckets on Facebook so that I can build lookalikes on top of each one. I don't want to build just a generic lookalike on all my buyers, especially once I start getting thousands of customers. I want to create lookalikes on top of my repeat customers, on top of my people that spent $100, $1,000, $2,000. As you scale and get more customers, you can really keep ramping this up and further segmenting it. So you can do this two ways. You can do it dynamically by creating advanced custom audiences. So you see up there, I can tell Facebook, hey, I want you to create an audience, people that have made a purchase over $100 and who have made a purchase more than once in the last 180 days. This will be dynamic. Every time somebody does this, they'll get put in that bucket. Or I can upload a CSV. I can put a lifetime value row or column in there, tell Facebook to create a lifetime value audience, and do those every week, every month, and create them that way as well. Lastly, the reason this is so important, the more data you give Facebook, the more effective it can do in finding the right person. The more powerful your ads are going to get, the more profitable your ads are going to get. So if I can give Facebook really high quality data on my repeat customers, on my high value customers, I'm telling Facebook, hey, go out there and build an audience of 2.2 million people, most like these individuals. So now those cold traffic campaigns, those people I'm acquiring are much more likely to buy again. They're much more likely to spend $100 or more. They're much more likely to be that great customer. And the beauty of that, it's like a cycle. So then I'm attracting more high quality customers, which is the underlying data set, which makes that lookalike more powerful. And it's this kind of really great cycle that goes back and forth, back and forth. So I just want to leave you guys, I have 3 seconds left, with one thing, which is make sure you're focusing on your customers. Don't neglect your customers. Retarget them. Invest in your customers. That is what's going to give you an advantage with all the changes that are happening on Facebook. All your competition, they're going to be leaving. They're going to be unable to keep spending money on Facebook because they just can't spend that much. They can't bid that much. If you have this in place, you can outlast them. You can outbid them. You can get those high-quality customers. And as a gift for everybody here today, we put together 4 of our best lessons from our Unicorn IQ Academy, some of the best marketing experts in the world. If you go to this link, bit.ly/AWE-unicorn, we'll send you 4 lessons for free. Anybody has any questions, I will be around. Feel free to stop me. Feel free to find me on Facebook, shoot me a message, or ask me a question in the app. I had a blast with you guys today. Thank you so much for letting me be the first speaker, and I'm excited to hear Ryan Dice as well. Thank you guys so much.